All right. So coordinate geometry, right? This is going to take around 2.5 classes. I'll just give you a brief what we are going to study over here. This is an important chapter. First of all, this will definitely have around 2 questions, right? Out of 31, 2 directly from here. So we are going to study about the Cartesian plane, the location of points in Cartesian plane, and ordered pairs. After that, we'll move ahead and we'll start talking about the distance between 2 points and slope between 2 points. After that, we'll talk about the section formula and the basic coordinate geometry will be over. So we most probably will cover this much today, basic part, so that you can go home, practice some questions, you're fine with the basics, and then we'll move to the advanced coordinate geometry, where we'll talk about the equation of line, and then you will have the quadrilaterals and the triangles formed. You'll be looking for the vertices of maybe quadrilaterals, parallelograms, triangles, rectangles, and then the last part will be talking about area of triangle. So till here we need to study, right? But I'll teach you one more thing that has never been asked so far, but in the practice questions, right? Or so in the guides question, we have seen these kinds of questions, right? And once I've seen or witnessed a simple question based on these concepts, so we will study, right? But a little bit, not much. Perpendicular and parallel lines, the condition of the slopes and their distances. So this is what we need to study. All right. Let's start with the first one. Cartesian plane, location of points and ordered pairs. Don't worry, they look many, but they are very small topics, each of them. Okay, so the first one. So guys, basically, to give a unique identity to each and every point in a 2D plane, we originated Cartesian plane. So that after a system is made, we can tell you that what is this point. We can tell you that what is this point, like we all have names. So we wanted these points to also have names, right? Okay. Now the horizontal axis is called as the x-axis, the vertical as y-axis. The intersection of these axes become origin. Origin coordinates we decided to be 0, 0 and called as origin, generally denoted by O. The right side of origin becomes positive x, left side became negative x. The above of origin becomes y plus and this becomes y minus. Then if I say about this point, this lies in positive x and positive y. So let us say if we have this coordinate, if we drop down the perpendicular over here, and it comes out to be 5. So we wrote the first coordinate as 5. And let us say this intersects at 4 on y-axis if a perpendicular is dropped, that we gave as the second coordinate. So this coordinate become 5, 4. right? This part is also called as abscissa. You should know it. The question might say something like the abscissa is double the ordinate. So you should know the terms and their names. The y coordinate is called as ordinate. Together they are called as coordinate. All right. Am I clear? Harmeet, Rahul, Shashir, Aisha, Dhruv, clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Now,
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
basically, the x and y axis divides the plane into four kind of quadrants, right? Or four kind of spaces. The first quadrant is this one. Here you can notice that your both coordinates become positive. This is your second quadrant. This is your third quadrant. This is your fourth quadrant. Guys, can you quickly tell me what is the second quadrant coordinates nature? Nature
Minus plus.
minus
Negative.
plus, right? Negative and plus. X is negative, y is plus. Third quadrant,
Negative,
Minus,
negative.
minus.
Negative.
Minus.
Negative.
fourth quadrant,
Plus,
Positive.
minus.
Positive,
Negative.
negative.
right? Positive, negative. All right. So this becomes the location of points, right? And the Cartesian plane and the coordinates. So you should know this much. You can quickly write it down. And then I'll show that how Gmat is going to test it over here. तो यहाँ से भी इतना बढ़िया क्वेश्चन बना देगा, आप सोचोगे कि क्या हो गया.
Done.
So you should have the ability to write down these coordinates whenever required. For example, you should have the ability to draw the basic figure. If I say that I have a point minus 2 comma 5, so you should quickly say minus 2 comma 5 goes in the second quadrant somewhere over here. You're required to visualize things. Okay, clear? So we go it like this. First coordinate minus 2, go minus 2, 5, go up 5, and you reach over here. Clear? Right, Manmeet? Aisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now guys, witness that in Gmat we have data sufficiency questions, right? So he is going to ask you the questions like these. He's going to ask you the questions like these. Something saying is x comma y lies in first quadrant, and the statement should be something like this. First, x y is greater than 0. Can you tell me that if x y is greater than 0, will x y lie in the first quadrant?
Yes.
No, can't say.
Can't
Yes,
say.
sir. Both are positive.
No, why?
If it is
Why both?
First and third.
They can be in first or third. See, here you have the product of xy as positive. Here also you have positive. If I see minus and plus, then you have negative. And plus and minus, you have negative. So right now it is not sufficient. Now if I say that x is greater than 0, now
First quadrant.
both together are
First
sufficient,
and
right?
first.
Both together are sufficient. Even this alone is not
yeah.
sufficient because x is positive. It can be even the fourth one. Alright? Clear? Shishir? Dhruv?
Yep.
Alright. Now he can also play like this. See, if I make this guy as xy less than 0, then second is x greater than 0. Now first alone is sufficient.
Fourth quadrant.
Because if you say, no, you are not going to tell me which coordinate. It's a data sufficiency question. A, B, C, D, E. Right? So xy less than 0, this becomes sufficient alone. Why? Because now I can, is xy lies in the first quadrant? Xy less than 0? No. I have answered the question. Yes, the data is sufficient to answer this question by just this statement. Right, Shashir? Manmeet?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज कि सर ये तो नो आ रहा था तो फिर ये सफिशिएंट कैसे हो गया. हमें नो यस से मतलब नहीं है, हमें मतलब है क्या हम आंसर कर सकते हैं. मैं आंसर कर सकता हूँ श्योर शॉर्टली. वो फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट में तो नहीं है. कहाँ पर है फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट? आई डोंट नो, मे बी सेकंड, मे बी फोर्थ, बट इट इज सफिशिएंट टू टेल इट इज नॉट इन फर्स्ट. क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
ओके, एक और ट्राई करते हैं. अच्छा सा थोड़ा सा लेवल बढ़ाते हैं. इज x, y lying in second quadrant? First, x, y is less than 0. Second, mod of x is greater than mod of y. And let us change the statement not to x, y and say it as x plus y is less than 0. Mod means absolute value if you do not have the ideal, right? That means mod of minus 8 will also become 8. Okay. X plus y is less than 0. Then what do I know? Which quadrant it can belong? What are the open quadrants after x plus y less than 0? Definitely not here. Here x plus y can be negative, positive, anything. Here also, here definitely. So I'm right now open with second, third and fourth after my first statement, correct? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now if you're saying that mod x is greater than mod y, that means you're saying x is dominating over y. मतलब जो साइन है वो x का लगेगा, right? Correct? x is dominating over y. x की वैल्यू बड़ी है ना, मतलब अगर आपके पास जो पॉइंट है वो कुछ इस तरीके का है. अगर सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट है तो जो आपका पॉइंट है वो कुछ इस तरीके का -8,6, isn't it?
Yep.
So this guy is going to be greater than this guy if all the signs are removed. ठीक है. अगर आपका पॉइंट फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट का होता तो आपके पास कुछ ऐसा पॉइंट होता 8,6. दिस हैज टू बी डोमिनेटिंग. और थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट का होता तो -8,6. राइट. नाउ यू आर सेइंग that x plus y is less than 0 and this mod x is greater than mod y. Now can you tell me in these three which quadrant is now not possible? Okay, third is possible,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
second is possible, -8 plus 6 is negative and this is greater than this. Fourth is possible,
No, sir.
fourth is not possible, right? So fourth is not possible, so that is gone. Why? Because in fourth, if you make the x dominating, I know x is the positive part over here in the fourth. If the positive part becomes dominating, x plus y is no longer negative. It will become positive. So now the fourth is gone, but second and third I can still not decide, isn't it? Right? Aisha, Manmeet, Shishir?
Yep.
So the answer becomes clear, Rahul?
Yes, sir.
अब अगर मैं क्वेश्चन में ऐड कर देता इस तरीके से, if xy is less than 0, comma, does x comma y lie in second quadrant? अब अगर क्वेश्चन में मैं एक्स वाई लेस देन 0 दे देता तो थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट तो सबसे पहले ही कट जाता, isn't it? अगर आप एक्स वाई लेस देन 0 बोल देते तो ये तो पहले ही कट जाते, राइट और नॉट?
Yes, sir.
फिर आपका आंसर सफिशिएंट हो जाता, फिर आप सी पे आ जाते. अब आपके पास डेफिनेटली सेकंड बचा है. तो he will play with all these things, right? So you should remember that this statement is definitely going to be there, guys. देखो यहाँ पर आपका एक्स वाई जो होता है वो क्या होता है, लेस देन 0, और यहाँ पर भी एक्स वाई क्या होता है, लेस देन 0. यहाँ पर क्या होगा आपका एक्स वाई ग्रेटर देन 0, यहाँ पर क्या होगा आपका एक्स वाई ग्रेटर देन 0। यहाँ पर आपका एक्स प्लस वाई जो है हमेशा नेगेटिव होगा, यहाँ पे आपका एक्स प्लस वाई हमेशा पॉजिटिव होगा, यहाँ पे आपका एक्स प्लस वाई कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे आपका एक्स प्लस वाई कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है। यहाँ पर आपका एक्स प्लस वाई पॉजिटिव कब होगा, जब आपका y डोमिनेटिंग होगा, क्योंकि x इस वाले क्वाड्रेंट में गाइस कौन पॉजिटिव है, सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में कौन पॉजिटिव है,
Y.
तो अगर y का एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू बड़ा हुआ तो पॉजिटिव होगा, और कौन नेगेटिव, नेगेटिव कब होगा, जब x डोमिनेटिंग होगा, करेक्ट। यहाँ पे आपका पॉजिटिव कब होगा, यहाँ कौन पॉजिटिव है, x की y,
X.
तो कब पॉजिटिव होगा ये? जब x डोमिनेटिंग होगा, और ये कब नेगेटिव होगा, जब y डोमिनेटिंग होगा। बात क्लियर हो गई, राइट। तो ये इस पे डेटा सफिशिएंसी बनाएगा, लिख लो आप सारे पार्ट्स, हेल्प मिलेगी आपको। बट दिस इज ओनली गोना कम व्हेन यू आर अराउंड प्लेइंग अराउंड 700, तब तक तो सिंपल आएगा। क्लियर गाइस?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.